Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife video for you. Today we have my EDC update. This is March of 2020 when I'm recording this, so I admit that some of this stuff is going to be a bit different than normal. I think you guys all know what the world situation is in March of 2020, or was in March of 2020 if you're watching this in the future. Mostly stuck inside. So a lot of things are different, but some of the stuff does apply to when I do have to go out and get groceries and stuff like that. And little PSA in here. I am going to include some sneakers at the end because you guys asked me about my shoes a whole lot. And again, being inside, I'm wearing some of my sneakers that I don't normally wear outdoors a whole lot. So I'll bring out a couple of those, just a couple, but you guys do ask about them. There have been some major changes and stuff, primarily in the wallet. That's going to be a lengthier part of this video. We are going to start out with a knife because there is a knife in here, but this is not about the knives. This is about the other stuff, but this is just kind of typical of what I've been carrying around lately. This is a Hinderer Jurassic. I did dye the scales. It came OD green, but you can buy them in this color with the slicer grind. My favorite, just EDC Hinderer, good ergos, slicer grind, all that stuff. Not going to modify this a whole lot. I may get a different scale for it. Other than that, this is just kind of a user for me, and I do really like it. Next up, we'll go to the wallet, because like I said, this is going to be kind of a more lengthy thing. I have been a Das auf Amir topsider guy for a long time. Still do love that wallet. But Night Heron reached out to me and I got this, or maybe I reached out to them. I think I reached out to them. I saw this color with the purple and the gray and the purple stitching, and I was like, I have to have one of those. And so I got it. They're very reasonably priced. They're like $45. It was a lot more gray. It has definitely toned in. I've had this for about 6 weeks, and it has definitely worn into more of a brownish gray. There's my stupid thumb face. No beard, which looks weird. But yeah, no cash in it right now because I don't want to touch your money right now. So that's why I don't have any cash in it. But a really excellent design wallet, very minimalist. I'm a front pocket wallet guy. I don't put anything in my back pockets, hardly ever. I just can't stand it. It's uncomfortable to me. So I really like the size of it. It's just very handy. You have a middle pocket for my least used cards. I think like my Costco thing is in there and stuff, and like credit cards that I try not to use, and you know, this is just my debit cards and all that stuff. But I do love this color scheme, and I'm gonna link directly to this one when I link down below. That color scheme, we have been talking about making it an exclusive just for Slicey Dicey. It will have a Slicey Dicey stamp on the other side with my logo and stuff, and it will be this gray and purple color scheme, but it'll be exclusive to us. We'll get a little kickback from it. So if you guys want to do that, please let me know. Email me, sliceydicy75@gmail.com, or just let me know in the comments. We're trying to judge some interest in that. Price will be the same. It'll still be the same, you know, $44.95 that they are. So check that out and let me know if this is something you're interested in. I think it looks beautiful. It has worn in a bit. Like I said, it's not as gray as it used to be, but I really like the way it is. It's a bit more brownish gray now. And I still really love it. It is just a very nice wallet, a bit thicker gauge leather than you get in a Das auf Amir. I still like the topsider. Das auf Amir wallets are still amazing, don't get me wrong, but this is one that we could do a custom thing with. So wanted to try that out, and I do get a lot of compliments on this wallet because it is pretty unique with the purple and the gray. Really like it. My wife especially really loves it. So there's that. Next up, we'll talk about the sunglasses, because I have to wear sunglasses all the time. I have a really weird thing where not that weird, I guess. It's pretty easily explainable. Hit my head really hard when I was 23, and I partially detached my right retina, and it didn't heal right. So I'm very light sensitive in my right eye. So if I go outside and it's sunny out, literally within 20 minutes, I'm getting spots. Within 45 minutes to an hour, that eye is black and I can't see anything. Especially bad when it's snowy out. So and to have surgery to fix it, it's the nasty kind of eye surgery. It ain't lasers. So don't want to do that. So I'm just really conscious about wearing sunglasses. That's what my optometrist said. He said, no, just wear sunglasses all the time. Make sure they're good ones. Like, you're one of those people that you should spend a lot of money on sunglasses and wear them all the time. So I am very conscious about it anytime I'm outdoors, even sometimes when I'm indoors. A lot of times when I'm recording these videos with the studio lights, I have sunglasses on because I'm just trying to, you know, save my eye as much as I can to avoid the nasty surgery. These are the ones I've been wearing the most. These are just Ray-Ban Aviators, the small size. And actually, I'm not usually a Ray-Ban guy. I'm usually an Oakley guy. I'll show you a pair of those in a second. But I got these actually for a Halloween costume. I went as Freddie Mercury, dressed up like he was at the Live Aid concert in 1984. And I really wanted to get the exact ones that he had. And this is as close as I could get. His were full blue. These are the half tone ones. But I did find them on Amazon for like less than half of retail. So I assumed they were probably, knockoffs. They're not. Actually, check the serial number, all that stuff. They're real. I was really surprised when I got them. But I like them. They're very lightweight. They're comfortable. And I love the level of tint because I can wear them outdoors and they're perfectly fine unless it's super bright out. Then I have to wear something darker. But most days, these are plenty enough to protect my eye, and they're light enough that I can walk into a store and walk out again and, not have to take them off and put them in my pocket and all that stuff. So, and as you can see, all the stuff on my ceiling, they're very reflective. I do really like these a whole lot. Really surprised at how much I wear them because I just got them for a Halloween costume, and I like them. And my wife's happy because she's a Ray-Ban person, so occasionally we both have Ray-Bans on. I think she wears Wayfarers, I do believe. But these are what I wear when it's really bright out. Oakleys, like I said, I'm usually an Oakley guy. I have some fancy pants Oakleys too, but those aren't being worn a whole lot. I think I have like 3 pairs of Oakleys now. These are just crankshafts, polarized. Again, I always want to have the polarized lenses for my particular condition. I don't always think it's worth the money for the polarized, but if you're like me and you have an eye condition, it's definitely worth it. I used to always wear gas cans, which are extremely similar. The main part of the glasses are exactly the same. Just the side blades are different. And by the time I went to go get another pair of gas cans, because I lost my other ones, I rarely lose sunglasses. I'm very, very good about that. But those ones I did lose. I've had these for a few years now, so it was a few years ago. But all I could find was the crankshaft. So I got those. And I do really like these a whole lot. They're just as comfortable as the gas cans were. I really like them. My son has a pair of gas cans. And he likes them too. They're just really good sunglasses. They're pretty neutral looking. They don't look like, you're some kind of tactical operator or anything like that. They look completely fine and extremely comfortable, pretty lightweight, pretty versatile. Put that aside just because they're mirrored. So we'll put the sunglasses off to the side. Next up, I guess we'll do the keys. These are not my usual keys, so there is a bit less stuff on here than usual. Usually there is a Volkswagen Golf key attached to this. I did take it off because I haven't been driving the Golf very much. It's basically just kind of blocked in the driveway by my wife's car. So these are like they're my keys, but they're, they have my wife's car key on them. So these are my other set of keys. But, lately these have been my main set of keys. Don't have a flashlight on it because of that. Normally I would. I have a night cord mini tip that I really like a whole lot. And I have a couple other keychain flashlights as well. But I do always leave this on there. This is a Leatherman style PS. This is the TSA legal one. So it's also the one I put on my keys when I'm traveling. There is no blade on it. That's why it's TSA legal. It just has scissors instead. And then it's got, pliers and all that stuff. And a little file and some tweezers. So this is the blade that I carry on my keys, on these keys. This is just an Opinel number 2. It is a bit just of a novelty item, but it is sharp as the dickens. And it's not locking at all. It's just complete friction folder. It will open a box, all that kind of stuff, but it is just kind of, it's partly on there because it just looks really cool. You look like a knife guy if you have an Opinel, on your keychain. I like that. Single house key, just the front door, because again, these are my backups. A nice little keychain that my wife got me for Christmas last year. I think it's funny, or a couple years ago. And again, Subaru Forester keys. Forester, great car. Cannot recommend it enough. It's very, very boring. It is not exciting. But we have I think her Forester is a 2017 or 18. It was the last year of that older body style, and we really like it. It's extremely reliable. It's awesome in the snow. And the only problem is we had to put a lot of stickers on it because, it's a Subaru. You have to. It's mandated by Subaru. If you don't put at least 5 stickers on your car, they won't do warranty service on it. I don't know if you guys know that. Just Subarus have to have stickers on them. But also, there are so many of them around here. It is the official car of upstate New York. So we can find it in a parking lot. We had to put a bunch of stickers on it. Um, Pretty cool. It's unmodified. My Golf's pretty modified, so it's more reliable, and I really like it a lot. It's a cool car. There's going to be 2 Subaru keys on this soon. I think once all this is over with, I'm getting rid of my Golf. There's some things I just don't like about it. The seats are terrible, and I don't want to put any more money into it. So I'm probably going to detune it and sell it and get a WRX. But the last thing I want to talk about, because it's going to lead into the next one, a pen. This is a Wee Knives pen. I'm not really sure which the model number is on it. I can't remember, but just a little twist-off pen. I think it's very important that we're carrying pens right now. It's always a good idea to have a pen on you. You never know where you have to write something down, but if you do have to leave the house, don't leave the house. But if you do, and you're at a store or something, you have to sign a receipt, don't touch their pens. That's gross. Have one of your own, and they're never offended by it or anything. Yeah, like this pen though. It is pretty cool, and it's purple. Looks neat. I like purple, obviously. So yeah, really cool little pen. And the other 2 that I've been carrying the most are a Machine Era Classic. This is just an awesome pen. This is the nicest pen that I own, but it's still not horribly expensive. And this was Nick Shabazz's favorite pen, one of his favorite EDC pens. I wish he had a pocket clip, but other than that, I really like it. It's the brass one. Another just twist off, twist on. It's funny, this is like one of my favorite pens, even though I normally like clickers, but this is the one even though there's no clickers on here, but I do like the idea of having a clicker. I just don't have, they're not the ones I've been carrying the most lately. So I do really like this pen a whole lot. I see why it's one of his favorite EDC pens. It is great. Like I said, just wish it had some kind of snap-on pocket clip. I don't think they make them for him. I haven't seen them. And then another option, this one's been chewed up by my dog a bit, but pocket pen. These are all over my house. They're cheap as chips. They're great. They're super lightweight. They're disposable pens, but you know, they're really inexpensive. You just flip it around. I do have one with a pocket clip somewhere. You can buy a pocket clip for these. I do own one of the pocket clips. I don't know where it is. These things are so light. I'm sure it probably went through the wash, and it's probably in a pair of pants that I haven't worn for a long time or something like that. This is the Right in the Rain version, so it's waterproof and all that. And that's mostly why I buy these ones. I do pay the bit extra for the Right in the Rain versions because they can go through the wash and they survive. And this thing is so light, it's going to go through the wash. Spoiler, just letting you know. And then next up, flashlight. I've been carrying a much larger flashlight than usual. This is a WowTac A7, and I really do like it a whole lot. I normally carry like just a AAA flashlight. Not usually a big flashlight guy, but this is pretty cool. And again, they're very reasonably priced. 18650 battery, rechargeable, and I do have a charger that works for it, so that's cool. And if I can get that, there we go. It's pretty simple operation. It's just, you know, just the usual back button, and then it's got 3 modes. This is just the candlelight mode that you can probably hardly even see. I use this around the house at night a whole lot because I don't want to wake my wife up if I'm just trying to navigate. I'm not the most coordinated human being in the world. I don't want to trip over whatever piece of furniture she's moved without telling me. Well, we've been locked in the house together for a long time. But and then it has other modes. I'll do a full review on this eventually. But yeah, it gets pretty bright. And like I said, I don't normally carry a flashlight this big, but this one is just the right size where if I put it in my pocket, it doesn't have a pocket clip. I usually like to have a pocket clip on a flashlight. It doesn't have one, but it's just big enough that it's not uncomfortable, but it also doesn't usually fall sideways into the bottom of my pocket, and probably partly because of all the really nice, you know, knurling and stuff it has on it. But it's not bad to carry. It doesn't feel as big as it is. It's still on, moron. Yeah, so moron, and it was on. See what I did there? But no, I do really like this a whole lot. It's not super heavy. It's got all the little tactical functions you want on it. Many modes, and it's easy to use. I really do like it. And yeah, you can just charge it straight from here. Like I said, I do have a charger for that. I charge it one way or the other. Who knows? I do have a charger that works for that battery, so sometimes I just charge it off of it. But you can just plug it in with the micro USB. But often I have other stuff plugged in to my one micro USB. I'm a Mac user. One downside to having a Mac is they don't have many USB ports, so I usually just charge the battery with the charger. But it does have a micro USB if you want to use that to charge it, which is probably the smarter way, but not the way I do it. Anyway, next up, let's talk watches, because that's a thing right now. So I have lots of really cool watches, and I know that all of us who are watch people, and I'm not a big watch guy. I've got a pretty nice tag, and so a Seiko 5 and all that stuff, but automatic. But I know a lot of us who say that we are watch people. We show all of our fancy watches, but I guarantee a lot of us are just wearing Apple watches or some kind of smartwatch. They are very convenient. And this has a very cheap, like $12 strap off of Amazon on it that I think just looks good, and they're just very convenient. This watch is the most convenient thing I own, and also occasionally the bane of my existence because it will buzz at times that I don't want it to buzz. So that's annoying. But being able to just look at the weather, simple little stuff, look at an Instagram message and see whether or not I want to pull my phone out and reply to it. It's very handy. It really is. And I'm sorry, they're just handy. I'm sorry if you're an anti-smartwatch guy. I know a lot of people are, but I really like it. When that is charging, though, because you have to charge it up for my usage, about every couple of days, day and 3/4, something like that. I wear this. This is just a very inexpensive G-Shock. I got this wicked cheap when local Sears was going out of business. I think I only paid like $20 for this. It is a smaller size one. I don't remember which model number it is, but I like it a lot. It fits my skinny wrist well. It doesn't look big and bulky like a lot of them do. Seeing if the model number's on there. Yeah, the G2900. I really like this one. It's one of my favorite G-Shocks. I have a few, and this is probably my favorite, just because of the size of it, and it's light, and it's very easy to access the light at night. When I roll over in bed and I want to see what time it is. So this is the one I wear when the Apple Watch is charging. I'll wear a fancier watch if I'm out, but obviously that's not a thing right now. Phone. It's being used to record this, so I'm just going to show the case. I have an iPhone XS Max. I have not felt the need to upgrade to the newer one yet. I will. Probably, this October, if everything's back to normal, I'll probably finally upgrade. I've had the XS Max since like right when they came out. This one has a kickstand on it. I replaced my old case. It was not only getting worn out, it didn't have the kickstand. My old iPhone 6 that I had before, my 6 Plus, I had a kickstand, and I really liked it because I'll use it, when I'm eating breakfast or whatever to watch a video. And I really do enjoy that about it. So I just got this. It was like $20 on Amazon. It seems really well made. ESR, really good. I did get another phone case that is the opposite of that. It was not good. Got it off of an Instagram ad. It's terrible. I wish I knew the name of the company so I could tell you all to go shame them, but I can't remember what it is. And it's this is supposed to look like Beskar. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, and I'm a big Mandalorian fan. I think it's one of the best things that ever happened to Star Wars since the original movies. And I wanted the Beskar case. And in the pictures on Instagram, it looks like a chunk of Beskar. It looked amazing. And I get it. It's just this screen printed black and white zebra looking stupid thing. It's worth the $8 that it cost, I guess, because it is a phone case. It exists, but that is just hideous. So this did not last long. This lasted a couple of weeks, and I got the other one. Now, lastly, you guys do ask me about my shoes a lot. I am a shoe guy. I have crappy feet, so I'm pretty picky. But I usually wear Keens of some kind, Targies. I have Targi 2 mids and Targi 2 lows, vents. I usually wear like something that's kind of hiking bootish, but again, being stuck inside, not doing that as much. So I've actually been delving into my sneakers a bit more. I'm not like a sneaker collector. I have like 3 or 4 pairs of kind of unique ones that I mostly wear on stage, but I've been on a big Adidas kick around the house. No pun intended. I just really, I like the Adidas shoes. So this is another thing that was for the Freddie Mercury costume, but these get worn all the time, and these I knew I'd wear all the time. These are Samba OGs. I really like them. They're what Freddie was wearing at Live Aid in '84, so I hunted around and found these. I think he actually had high top ones that they don't make anymore. But these were pretty hard to find. They were half a size too small when I did find them. They're not horribly expensive. They're well under $100, but I did have to heat them up with a hairdryer. Like it's a pretty easy little trick. You just wear a couple pairs of socks, heat them up with a hairdryer to the point that they get kind of uncomfortably hot, and then turn the hairdryer off, walk around for a little bit, and they did stretch out. So these were 10.5s. I wore an 11, and they fit fine now. They're really good. Really do like them a whole lot. And you might have to do that twice. They might tighten back up again over the next few days, and you have to do it again. But I didn't have to on these. But really nice. The leather is really nice and supple on them. They're very comfortable. I really like the Samba OGs. I still try not to wear these out of the house very much because if I'm on stage, these are probably what I'm wearing. So I try to keep these nice and clean for stand-up gigs, even though I just realized now one of my laces is dirty. But the ones that I actually wear around the most, and I have to take it off because they're on my feet right now, is the Superstar. I got these through a buddy of mine, has a brother that works at Adidas, so I got these. These aren't super hard to find, though. You can find these, and again, pretty reasonable. Well under $100, and I just like the Superstars. They're a bit bulkier and beefier than the Sambas, and in my opinion, a bit more comfortable because the sole's a bit stiffer. And I just really like the Superstars a lot. They come in many colors, but I like just the plain old black and white. As you see, like on my Sambas, they have the gum soles. I don't like white soles on sneakers. They always get really dirty. I'm not that passionate about keeping my sneakers clean. So, and those ones I actually got a compliment on. I was in line at the bank the other day, and some about 50-year-old woman just said, "Superstars, my man." And I was like, what? And then she goes, I used to have those when I was a kid. And I was like, well, I was a Jordans person as a kid. Still am. Still have one pair of Jordans. Would like to get another. But that's enough shoe rambling. This video is way longer than I thought it was going to be. So everybody stay safe out there. Wash your damn hands. And, talk down below. What kind of stuff are you carrying around? Has your carry changed a lot in this new world that we live in? I've been Brian. Be safe. Wash your hands. Have a good one.